halftime?
Well, I mean, just taking a challenge, defending a little bit. You know, when the game gets, gets close. You know, it's just, it's fun. I enjoy it. You know, I'm a nice guy.
He can't score on me. That's what they said on TV? Is that
He said I didn't want him to score on me. Damn it. I gave him 2 free throws down there. It was a great post move. But I knew he wanted to shoot it. I knew he wanted to shoot the 3. So, yeah, he made one from the opposite corner earlier in the season. So, yeah, I knew he was. Yeah, he was thirsty for one. So.
How would you compare the first 8 minutes of the game to the last 8 minutes of the game in terms of the show in the game?
Well, the last 8 minutes are always more intense, you know, and I think really the last 8 minutes of the game is what fans really want to see. You know, they want to see that competitive spirit. But all in all, I think we gave them a pretty good show. It was competitive throughout, so.
What was LeBron's reaction to those block shots he had on?
I didn't really say much. He said I fouled him, and I said, well, yeah, I pretty much foul every play, but you know that's. You know, I'm an '80s baby. You know what I mean? That's what we do.
What was your favorite part?
Defending at the end. I mean, that's what really. I mean, it's the challenge of doing with what everybody deems impossible. That's the fun part.
Kobe, could this possibly be your last All-Star game?
No, I'm under contract next year. No way. I'll be back again.
Kobe, obviously you've taken a little bit more of a leadership role. You know, it's obvious that the guys look at you, in a different way, and you're a lot quieter than you used to be.
No, I talk with the guys a lot. Actually, I'm more vocal now than I have been in the past. You know, it's.
As far as leadership goes.
Well, yeah. I mean, I do a lot of talking with the fellas and a lot of the young fellas, and who like to pick my brain with some of the nuances of the game in different areas that I've kind of learned throughout my career. So I enjoy that aspect of it.
What are your thoughts on Chris Paul, the way he closed out that game?
I love Chris, man. He's intense. He's a heck of a competitor, and I enjoyed spending time with him this weekend, even though they served us up pretty good before we got down here. He's just a great competitor.
Who are the players over the course of your career that you've enjoyed defending and the challenge of defending?
I've been in the league this long and playing so many All-Star games, I've seen many generations. I've seen pretty much 3 generations. My first All-Star game having to guard Michael, I mean, that was like a dream come true for me, and he took me to school several times, but I learned quite a bit, And then going on to Tracy McGrady and Vince Carter and Allen Iverson and that whole crew, and now to, LeBron and D-Wade and some of those other guys. I mean, it's seen 3 generations.
What's a signature defensive performance? Would you go from that far?
I don't know if it's signature. I mean, I'm known for my defense. I can defend. I'm pretty smart about how I defend and stuff like that. But I don't know if it was signature or not.
Chloe, how much better do you think? Warm-ups for the full regalia on the chest.
I wore mine proudly. I'll put it to you that way. I had a little bit more on mine than everybody else. I was just very, very happy that when I looked across the locker room, Tim only had 4 trophies and I had 5. That made me feel really good. I rubbed it in a little bit.
Kobe, how much can we expect the Lakers improve in the second half of the season?
Well, I think we've been playing pretty well. Coming into the break, we laid a couple eggs there against the Celtics and against the Clippers. But all in all, we've been playing pretty well, much better than we have been. So we just got to continue to improve, and I think we'll do much better in the second half.
Kobe, you've been passing the ball a lot. You're facilitating a lot more. It looked like you did the same thing tonight. Do you feel like you've changed your game and you've adjusted your full body to where that's going to be the way that we see you playing from now on the rest of the year?
Yeah, well, I think you'll see a comfort level where I do both. And I think as a team, we're coming to that point. We see that, understand that, and we know that we still need my scoring, but we also need me to facilitate. I need to do both. But the passing and getting everybody involved takes precedent.
2 questions, guys.
What's it like going from this point, this weekend, to then turn on the switch back to the playoff race? This begins on Tuesday.
My switch never went off. It never went off. It was on all weekend, and it was good to see the guys and this, that, and the other. But at the same time, that there's an undercurrent of what went on in the first half of the season that I just won't let go. And come Wednesday, we got to be ready to go.
What do you think the Lakers should and will do with Dwight?
I don't know what they're going to do. I mean, it's and at this point, doesn't matter. You know, what matters to us is what we do on Wednesday and go from there. I mean, that's the most important thing, and that's my message to the team is we can't worry about the future, we can't worry about the past. And we have to focus on the present, and we really have to maximize every single game, every practice.
Will always be a joy to watch, Kobe.
I don't know. Honestly, I really don't know what the heck's going on with that, and I can't afford to. I mean, it's a fine line for a player like myself to get involved in that situation because now you become distracted of what exactly you need to do as a leader with the team that you have assembled. So instead of wasting my energy thinking about what they might do or what might happen, I have to focus on the pieces that we have and how to reach every single one of them individually to bring out the best in them. And if I don't obsess about that, we can't get nowhere.